Kid Blue could have let me know that my mic was muted, but he decided not to
I
say
was gonna
anything.
I was gonna
You
let
know what
you
I'm
finish it.
saying,
I didn't
bro?
know if it was one of those things where I
God.
don't hear you on the mic, and then I don't know how you do your
Yeah,
things,
yeah, yeah.
but
Whatever. You a hater.
but I I
What's up,
even
Giants fans? Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers, and of course, Kid Blue watchers. Shout out to everybody in the chat. First things first, before I finish the intro, shout out to G-Man for Life. He was in there early. Shout out to Hate Sam. Nikki, what's up? To the Missouri guys, as you're popping in, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button if you're new, but most importantly, hit that share button. I am still, as these guys can see,
damn
preparing stuff for this stream. This computer is very, very hot right now. Like it's hot to touch. I'm gonna let KB handle some stuff with the
that
chat because
yeah.
all I gotta do now is upload this to StreamYard and we be good.
So you
I
do it from a
definitely messed up
laptop? You make the intros from a laptop?
today. I had to do it from a laptop because
Oh, okay,
just.
okay.
But yo, the last two intros were messed up, but we can pretend it wasn't. All right, guys. But go ahead, KB. Take
It's
care of the
all good.
chat and the
All
rest of
good.
the
What's
intro,
going
man.
on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Young Guns Podcast, episode 11. We got a lot to talk about today. The Giants tie for the first time, and who knows how. When was the last time we tied? The stat was there somewhere. 1957 or something like that. The New York Giants tie with the I almost said Washington football team.
This guy,
Washington Commanders. Ugh.
Tommy's.
20-20. And I don't know about you guys, but I am disgusted. Welcome in, everybody, to the stream. G-Man for Life is in the building. Hate Sam. I don't hate you, Sam. Nikki, Tudo, and Big Blue Jays. What's going on? Cheers from Toronto. Go Giants. All right. We got some
Yeah, Blue Jays. That's definitely true.
we got some Canadian Giants fans. It's funny because I'm interested in how you became a Giants fan, Big Blue Jays, because I know a lot of Canadian fans are Buffalo fans, Buffalo Bills fans. So interested why you came to the
I
real
mean,
Big
he
Blue
simply
side.
wanted. I was about to say he simply wanted to be part of the real New York team.
Exactly.
This is so funny,
Um,
bro.
I have
I have
myself in
myself
the.
in
Oh,
the.
that's a wild echo.
whoa.
Because I'm
This is
uploading.
Kushception, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was just like, I'm about
Yo,
to
you
say
look like a
that
random
again.
sub just popping in all of a sudden.
Oh man. All
Oh
right.
man. uh as we get Kush and his technical difficulties settled.
All right. I just left on my laptop. I hope StreamYard doesn't do anything weird and it's like, yo, you're not here, so I'm gonna end the stream, but I'm here. Here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're
I
here in
just
just another way.
Yeah, I'm here in another way.
Yeah,
Shout out
super
to Tudo
chat.
Azuri for the super chat. Yes, sir. He says massive salute to Big Boss Kush and KB and all Giants, diehard Giants fans around the world. Slap all stinky boys losers out the door. Forget about it. Listen, I need everybody in here to share the stream up. We got 6 topics that were planned and one that came to me so late I didn't have time to prepare something for it. My bad, too. I didn't even show this. That's on me. And we're definitely going to talk about that in
You
and
also
of
didn't
itself
read
as
that
well.
part. You also didn't read that part.
What, the forget about it?
No, after the boy loses, you didn't say out the door.
Oh, he usually says out the door, bro, hard and fast.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, Tudo, we
No,
going to take it and we going to give it. We going to walk. Wait, no,
no,
this
we
is at
don't
home,
take
right?
it. We don't take it. We
That's
give
what I
it.
said. We
We don't
going to give
receive.
it.
Yeah,
They
we don't
gonna be
receive
out
over
here.
here.
They gonna walk into MetLife Stadium and they're gonna encounter some big, giant football players that are gonna lay some hard, stiff, hurting tackling on them.
Somebody clip
And
that.
we gonna get that W. All right, we gonna get that W, KB. I don't
Somebody
care
clip
what you
that
say.
and put it completely out of context, please. Edit it
All
where it's
right.
completely out of context,
Let's
please.
talk about the first one, which I'm a little excited to talk about. With the reason it took so long, guys, is because I came up with a new form of the intros. You don't gotta adopt the KB because this
Okay,
thing
I'm about to
almost
say,
killed my
what am I
it
gonna do
almost
here?
killed my MacBook. That's why the MacBook was hard, bro.
It's
I
like,
mean hot. It almost killed it. Anyway, let's go and let me know what you think. But this is the first topic.
From 58, Gano's kick is short. Oh.
Yo.
that was fire. That was good. Why'd you have to get that grunt in there by the commentator?
Oh, I didn't even realize. Why are you noticing things?
Bro, because he just went, and then the instrumental popped up.
Listen, speaking of which, y'all like this instrumental? This instrumental fire. I gotta fit my chin in between Darius Slade and Terry McLaurin's helmets right now. This instrumental is fire, right? Yo, shout out to the YouTube audio library. They stepped their game up because they did not have things like this when I first started uploading to YouTube. But as it says, we had a tie against Washington. First things first, let's get what the chat thinks about that, how they're feeling. We've had enough time to sort of, I guess, stomach it. You know, I see Nova in the chat with his throw up emoji. But KB, I haven't spoken to you since that Sunday. And you know I told you right after the game, after we ended the stream, I said I might not even do a reaction video because I just not feeling it. I didn't do a reaction video. My next Giants content was the call-in stream. Go ahead, give your thoughts on how you feel about it, man.
But yeah, it's disgusting, man. We talked about, we were on stream together, man. It was disgusting. The fact that we had to tie against the Washington Commanders, they're like our little brothers, and it almost feels like we're equal in a way. But now we are somewhat tied up. We're a half game still ahead of Washington, and I guess that's if there's one thing to look at the bright side for, of course we wanted to win the game, but tying against the Commanders keeps us ahead of them, and also keeps us ahead of Seattle as well, because we have that tie. So even if they have the same amount of wins as us, we're still going to have that tie on them, and we're a half game ahead of them too. So that kind of gives it helps us a little bit, but really in the grand scheme of things, we still have to fight extremely hard to get in the playoffs, which are seeming like it's slipping away from us. We'll talk about that later, I'm sure, but go ahead.
Shout out to Tudo for the $5 super chat. I appreciate the support, man. He says, Big Boss Kush, please suit me up on Sunday, and I promise you Hurts will never walk off the field on his own, and I'll make sure he'll remember who did it. Yo, be careful now. There's some
Hurts gonna be hurting.
Feds out here.
He's gonna bring a meaning to that last name. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this though, Tudo. We could definitely use somebody in the linebacking core. Tay Crowder was sad he got benched, and I'm a huge fan of Daquartavius.
Yeah, why you say like free me or something like that?
But yeah, man, you talking about free me, bro? Nobody's gonna pick you up if we cut you, my guy. The only one, and I don't even feel that strong about it, was Zion Gilbert starting over Rodarius Williams. I was like, I would prefer Rodarius to start, but at the end of the day, our secondary still performed way more than I expected them to. So I'm not at all angry with the decision. Shout out to Ronnie Rivers in the chat, Michael in the chat as well.
Mac, what up, Mac?
But Mac is in here. But yeah, like you said, it seems like, because bro, let's look at our past 5 weeks. 5 weeks ago, we were second in the NFC East, second in the NFL, 1 game out of first place for both. 5 weeks passed. We lost 3 games. We won 1 game, and we tied another game. There's a legitimate chance we drop to 4th place in the NFC East because Washington has been on a roll for like about 7 weeks now. Mm-hmm. And that means we'd probably drop to the 7th seed in the playoffs. Or no, actually, there's a chance we just drop out because Seattle's right might there. Get that 7th seed.
Seattle actually
right behind us.
No, Seattle just kicked the Commanders out.
What do you mean? The Commanders still have a chance at the playoffs.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm not saying no chance. But in the playoff picture, Commanders are out right now. Yeah. Seattle's in. So Seattle's creeping up really, really fast, man. So
I mean, no, it's just like, it's crazy how in 5 weeks, it's not even that long. It's like just over a month. We had a really good September, a really good October.
Whoa.
November was so bad.
I was
first week of December, not that good.
Remember we were talking about like, bro, we're making the playoffs despite just a collapse from this Giants team, and we are collapsing.
Because what we didn't expect was Washington to be climbing this mountain like this, and Seattle to be climbing this mountain like this.
I really wouldn't have this much like anxiety of us making the playoffs if it was just the race between like us and Seattle, because we would both make it in, and then Commanders would be like trying to fight with Detroit to get in or something like that, you know? So, or Atlanta, right? Atlanta right now is the runner up. So, you know, that Washington's going to be a big problem. And honestly, they're on fire right now, man. I mean, despite them tying with us, you know, they look good. Even with Taylor Heineke there, they look good. And it really brings you to look at the Giants and say, what the hell are we doing wrong? It's like we got us to such a strong start. We're just collapsing all of a sudden. It seems like things are getting better, not worse. Our pass rush is coming together. We're consistently getting like 3, 4, 5 sacks a game. Our passing game is getting better offensively. Our running game has not been, unfortunately, but it just seems like that it seems like we're better than we were when we first started in the season. But now, obviously, with the strength of competition getting a little bit harder, that may.
Which, by the way, for I'd say ever since our bye week, we had the toughest ranked strength of schedule for the remainder of the season. I think it's currently second, but because only Chicago is ahead of us, but it's not even by much. So we still have one of the toughest remaining schedules in the NFL.
But this really makes you think, like, where do the Giants rank in the NFC East as far as not record wise, like who's the best team and who's the worst team right now? Just due to momentum, it seems like we're the worst team right now, even though we got.
I would say if due to momentum, I would definitely say we'd probably be at the bottom. But if we're talking straight talent, it's like talent plus coaching, just overall team. I think we're
third
where we are. Yeah, I think we're third. I really do. And then when the talent increases and when the coaching gets better, and we already have great coaching, it just speaks to the volumes of where the potential could get to. Slipping up on words there. Shout out to Jay Dimes. Go ahead though, man. There's not much good to take from a tie because it's not a win and it's not a loss.
Right. So it's like
how do you go with this?
Shout out to Ash. This. Oh wow, he's
Hollywood.
I know, right? I'm saying
chat.
He don't never show up on you. He's only in those damn Twitter spaces. Those.
No. Shout out to Ash though. He be killing the Twitter spaces. He's doing his thing over there, man. Y'all better check him out. Go ahead though, KB.
Hollywood Twitter spaces. You know what I'm saying? But
Ash, I gotta say, bro, you gotta stay until I do the next topic intro, bro. You have to see what I've been cooking up in the studio.
Crazy. To be slandered like this. Yeah, but it's hard to approach this. It's like you don't know if you really want to talk about more like good than bad because we didn't win, but we didn't lose. We're not used to this. We're as Giants fans, we've never experienced a tie before. At least I have never had experienced a tie before. So it's hard to really.
It's been 25 years since we had a tie.
Exactly.
And 25 years ago, it was against Washington. This is crazy, bro.
Exactly. Oh, so it was 97. It was 97.
Yeah, it was 97 against Washington.
That's insane. But we had things go in our favor. Like we scored 20 points, in at the beginning of the third quarter. Like it was like 11:37 or something like that left to go in the third quarter. We had just scored 20 points. I was telling Kush on the stream, I was like, listen, if we can just get at least like 6 more points, then we got this in the bag. We could even get another field goal after that. We just collapsed. We're really getting away from what this team was like established to be in the beginning of the season, more of a second half team, a running team. We're not able to run. We're not able to close out games. It seems like we're just going in the opposite direction since we got off that bye. Things have just not been going in our favor. And we've been going away from what we've been doing and how we've been winning. In the beginning of the season.
We've necessarily been going away from anything because it's just the inconsistency with offensive play calling and the consistent terrible offensive output. That sounds contradictory.
And to be honest with you,
it is.
And to be honest with you,
yeah, go ahead.
We have a lot of like trouble, like we constantly third down and longs. We're allowing conversions due to penalties, or somebody's just getting absolutely exposed on a post route with Terry McLaurin abusing them. That happens, right? It's football. That happens. We're not going to completely lock down every play. Defense usually doesn't win, the majority of the battles when it comes to the air, the passing game. But hats off to the defense. They're playing well, man. Despite all those injuries that we have, they are playing well. We tied this team. This team only allowed 20 points. All right, this team only allowed 20 points. And you look at past games besides Detroit, that's the only game where they really fell apart. But besides that, I really can't blame the defense. They've been doing what they can do, but they're constantly being let back on the field because of the Giants' kind of like inability to keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me quickly. Okay, somebody took care of that. I was gonna say with the contradictory sounding statement I made, I'm not gonna come out here and be one of the guys that's calling for Mike Kafka's job after just, I don't know, what is it, 11? No, it's probably like 11, 12 weeks, 13 maybe. Yeah, it's 13 weeks, 14. I like how it just went up like 5 weeks after like 13, 14 weeks of football because it's his first year as an offensive coordinator. So there's gonna be growing pains, there's gonna be mistakes, and I think it's very clear that maybe he doesn't have the personnel necessary to run what he wants to run, right? It doesn't mean that I can't get frustrated with him as a fan. I think as a fan, you're allowed to say, listen, he's doing something stupid, or this is clearly not a good game plan. But there's two extremes to this. There's people legitimately calling for his job, and it's like you don't know how much better he can get in his second year when he does get some.
He's not
players maybe
Jason Garrett, guys.
You don't know
He's
how much
not
better he
Jason
can
Garrett.
get after just learning, like after just an off season of improving his craft and improving play design and stuff like that. So I definitely want to shelve that talk right away. I mean, it got to the point. This is a good part to bring it up, KB. This was the topic I mentioned earlier, guys, that I didn't have a chance to make an actual title for and an intro screen for. It was in the post-game interview. I forgot which reporter it was. They straight up asked Brian Daboll, would you take over play calling from him? And I'm just like, no, he definitely should not, because you're going to kill Kafka's confidence. In his first year as an offensive coordinator, you're already going to take away his responsibility. Well, what does that say when you give it back? Like, don't let Brian Daboll do Brian Daboll things, and that's be the head coach. Let Mike Kafka be the offensive coordinator. It's going to be tough. But hey, guess what? We already overachieved this year anyway. But go ahead, KB.
Yeah, I'm at a crossroads with this one, because on one side of the coin, I really see why people are saying like Kafka should be relieved of not his job, but relieved of play calling and give it to Brian Daboll, because we're making this big stretch, this playoff run. Like, this is like the most important time right now. We're actually in the running to make the playoffs, and we don't, we want to put our best foot forward at all times, right? So I understand that point, but I also understand your point where, just like similar enough to like a quarterback, right? A starting quarterback, maybe he's a rookie quarterback, and you put him out there to start. The biggest thing when you put out a rookie quarterback to start is that you don't sit him. Like after you put him to start, you don't bring it back out, because it's going to ruin his morale. So we see that with the New York Jets. They pulled Zach Wilson, the second-year guy. He's probably not going to be starting in a while.
To be fair, Zach Wilson is trash, bro.
He's trash, but he's trash.
You know what
a
better example is from the same team, bro? Mark Sanchez. Better example, same team, just 10 years earlier.
Yeah. And when you pull your young quarterback, odds are you're probably not going to put him back in, because it ruins the morale, ruins the whole vibe of the locker room. So that's the same thing that's going to happen with the offensive coordinator Mike Kafka. He's in his first year. Remember, guys, he's never play called before. Okay, he was what was he? A passing game coordinator / quarterbacks coach over there.
He was the quarterbacks coach. I don't know if he was any type of coordinator. I know he was 100% the quarterbacks coach in Kansas City, though.
Okay, so I would assume that he was just the quarterbacks coach, and Bieniemy had reign over play calling and things like that. So this is his first time doing it. So I would just give him. Listen, guys, we wouldn't be talking this bad about Kafka if we weren't in this like crazy like playoff push right now, right? Nobody expected us to be in this position right now. We expected growth and development from this New York Giants team in 2022. So odds are there's going to be aspects to our team that still need growth and development. I know we're 7-4-1 right now, we are 7-4-1 right now. 7-4-1. And it seems like we're there, we're in the playoff push, and we're just a good team already, but we still have a lot of aspects to our team that need to grow and develop, because that's what we expected going into the season. It's great that we have the record that we do have, but remember, we're still in a rebuild, guys. Remember that we're technically still in a rebuild. All right. So we just happen to be looking out right now with the first of all, the easy schedule that we have. We had to take advantage of this easy schedule that we had in the beginning.
Not necessarily easy anymore with the
not
second half.
Easy anymore. But remember, me and you talked about it back in the beginning of the season. I don't see this team getting less than 8 wins, and we're one away from that. All right. So, and I personally, I'm not here to jinx it, but personally, I think we can squeeze out another win here before the end of the season. So that's really what I'm hoping for right now. But
I would be really disappointed if we didn't squeeze out another win before the end of the season.
To be honest with you, we'll have to look at the rest of the schedule for Seattle.
Well, you saw that was one of the topics.
Okay. So the playoff put. Okay, we'll save that for later then. We'll save it for later.
Yeah.
But as far as the tie goes, there were some good things to take away. I'm confident. I'm actually pretty impressed, or I don't know what's the right word for it. Maybe you can help me out with that. But with the secondary,
read this comment real quick though.
Oh God.
All right. You already saw it? I just wanted to make sure you saw it. Continue.
That was pretty clever, Nova. Pretty clever. But I completely lost my train of thought now. What was I talking about?
I'm so sorry.
What the hell was I talking about?
While you regained that,
yeah,
I agree with Asher. This fan base is crazy. The fan base is always the two extremes on every single topic. Coaching is the two extremes.
I
Daniel
remember.
Jones, we know, is the two extremes. Saquon Barkley is the two extremes. General managers are the two extremes. It seems like there's no middle ground with this fan base sometimes. Also, that would be crazy because that talk about a second half collapse, but also the first time, and it's only been like 2 years, but the first time in NFL history that you got to split down the middle with the 17 games.
17
played.
games.
Yeah.
But you know what I was talking about there with before with the secondary. I'm actually I don't know what the word is because I'm not satisfied with the secondary. I'm not like impressed or whatever. But I'm happy to see that they were actually competing with the personnel they got out there. Right? You don't have Fabian Moreau. You don't have Adoree Jackson. You don't have Darnay Holmes. You were out there with Nick McLeod. You were out there with who else? Golly, who else was out there? Zion Gilbert and who else? Zion Gilbert, Nick McLeod, and who?
I think those are the guys, bro.
No, but we had nickel corners. Who was our nickel corner? I don't know.
Was it Darnay? No, it couldn't have been.
Darnay
I feel
was
like
out.
I haven't heard Darnay's name in mad long.
Well, Darnay was out this game. He had like a surprise injury that I didn't know about till game day. But you know, I'm surprised that we're actually
Cordell Flott is
Flott. There we go. Got to remember fear the Flott. Which
listen.
Every day that goes by, and listen to me. Every day that goes by,
let me speak because I'm the one that started fear the Flott.
Proves me right.
All right,
with
I am the one that started. I'm gonna mute him for a second. I'm the one that started fear the Flott. All right, because I still think he has potential for next year, but we could have had Tariq Woolen, man. That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yes.
To be fair, though, every team could have had Tariq Woolen. Every team had a chance.
Every team, yes. But we're talking about specifically that we drafted a corner in the 3rd round when me and you were live that stream, and I specifically said if we're gonna get a corner in the 3rd round, Tariq Woolen, are you kidding me? First of all, I don't even know.
Yeah. Yo,
this kid was destined to succeed.
I think I could speak for KB when I say I don't think he expected Tariq Woolen to be like the second coming of Jalen Ramsey or something. Name any of your favorite cornerbacks. But he knew he was going to be good, and he said he's still there in the 3rd round. This is live documented. I can't remember whose channel it was where he was screaming for us to take Tariq Woolen.
Yeah, Tariq Woolen was destined to succeed. If you look at his measure,
and Jamari Salyer, you guys know that was somebody I wanted when it came to offensive line. I like Josh Azudu, but we should have taken Jamari Salyer.
Bro, Tariq Woolen is 6'4", like 33.5-inch arms or something like that. He's a freaking eagle, and he runs like a 4.3 40. That's like the perfect cornerback measurables. Now, forget about how he plays the game. You already need to draft a corner that has those measurables. I don't even care if he has an IQ of 53. Okay, you draft this guy.
That's insulting.
But his measurables, you could teach a player anything, man. But look at his measurables. You can't teach that, man. His measurables, you just can't teach. And I would have drafted him in the 3rd round. He was projected in like the 3rd or 4th round. How the hell he drops to the 5th, I don't know. But I'm not concerned about 31 other teams. I'm concerned about the New York Giants, and we drafted a corner I've never heard before in Cordell Flott from LSU.
We should have probably
and the only
went back
person
to school.
pumping his name was Diggy.
Was Diggy. Diggy LSU. Shout out to your brunch and sober party.
Man.
Yo, let's go. Let's go to the next topic.
Bet.
And that is we're gonna have to talk about, say, the NFC East right now.
Switch Zeke over. He's got it. And he's got it. Elliott, touchdown.
Is it the East? That already had that question way earlier. All right.
Your mic's muffled.
My mic is muffled.
There it goes. Now it just fixed itself. It seems like every time. No, it seems like every time you do a topic intro and you start talking again,
it's probably StreamYard that it's not actually my mic.
Yeah, it's StreamYard.
What I was gonna say is let's save the Eagles separately because we are gonna talk about the Eagles in themselves because we have a matchup against them. Let's talk about the Cowboys who just laid 54 points on the Indianapolis Colts.
30 points in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, bro. Entering the 4th quarter, it was like a 3-point game or something like that.
33 points.
Absolutely.
Who does that?
Ridiculous.
Who does that?
And thank you for the compliments, chat. But go ahead, KB. This team, listen, we know, and I'm always gonna say until they prove me wrong, that they're gonna just collapse in the playoffs. But they are a juggernaut right now in the the regular season. Go ahead, KB.
I need you. Call me crazy, guys. Call me crazy. I know we're getting to the Eagles soon, but I'll just mention it right now. We can talk about it later. I'll just mention it right now while we're talking about the Cowboys. I really see Philly and Dallas at the NFC Championship game. I really see it. I know it's hard. And I know it's hard to imagine because we always expect the Cowboys to collapse, and Eagles plus Super Bowl just doesn't equate, right? But I really see it. I don't see another NFC opponent really giving these guys a run for their money. They are playing really good football right now. And talking about the Cowboys more specifically, this is a team I thought was going to do poorly this season. To be honest with you, this is something that I was definitely wrong on, and I'll eat my crow on because I didn't think they didn't do anything in free agency, nearly nothing in free agency. Their draft was okay. They filled in a couple pieces there. They got Tyler Smith, who I didn't think was going to be playing this well. He is playing well. Let's give hats off to him and their other tackle too, who they used to clown, and Terrence Steele is actually playing good football as well. So their offensive line is like back up to full effect. They wound up doing fine with Cooper Rush at quarterback. He went like 4-1 as a starter or something like that. 4-1, 5-1 as starter. So
basically undefeated. Yeah,
basically undefeated. I think the only team that he lost to was the Eagles, right? So where they got smacked by the Eagles. But that being said, the Cowboys just look good right now. They have one of the top defenses in the NFL right now, and not just like by they just have a good defense. Like they are leading every statistical category you can think about on defense right now. Like as far as like freaking sacks, pressures, QB hits, turnover, like they are getting after the quarterback. They are playing really good football, and it's hard to stop a team like that. And on top of that, you mix in their really good offense. Like they're able to hit you with the run game, hit you with the pass game. It's something they've been able to do for a while now, but they've just been going off on all cylinders right now, despite whoever that quarterback, whether it be Cooper Rush or Dak Prescott. And it just seems like they're cruising right through their schedule. They're playing really good football right now. And, by this time I thought they would have collapsed, but they're already well on their way to, securing a spot in the playoffs. The Cowboys are a scary team, man. And, we got swept by them this year. I really thought we were going to sneak one out against them this year. I thought we had a chance to, because like I said, I didn't think they were going to be good this year. But
in the second game, we definitely had a lot of chances to come back or to close it out because we had a lead at the half, which is going to be forgotten in time because at the end of the day, we did lose against them. But hey, I feel like if we somehow meet them again in the playoffs, and the only way that happens, I think, now is, correct me if I'm wrong, is it the championship game or is it divisional?
I don't know how it works now with the seeding because of the new seeding, and it's all screwed up. I just let them handle it.
If we somehow meet them again, I think we're gonna give them a run for their money. And we didn't necessarily do that. We were in some of these games. We were in the second one, and then things collapsed in the fourth quarter. But I think we could give them a really close game if we could get healthy again. But the Cowboys they're like the second best team in the NFC right now, man. I know the Vikings were there for a minute, but what separates me is their defense. Their defense is really, really good. And their defense has come along over the past 2-3 years. Michael Parsons is a really good player. Don't get it twisted. Joey Bosa is the defensive player of the year as of right now. Michael Parsons is getting a lot of hype, as he should.
Nick Bosa, Bosa is killing it.
Nick Bosa. I'm sorry. I said Joey, right? Nick Bosa. And Nick Bosa played one less game, and he has, he's producing better in every statistical category.
Yeah, and let's not forget that. Isn't he coming off a torn ACL? Or that was 2 years? 2 years ago.
That was out of 2 years. I think that might have been 2 years ago.
But he's killing it, man. Nick Bosa is killing it.
But yeah, that's not to talk down on Michael Parsons because Michael Parsons is an incredible player and he's very young, only in his second year.
He's great, man.
He's only going to improve from here on out. But that defense as a whole, it's not just Parsons. It's the entire defensive line. It's their depth. It's their linebackers. It's their corners. They're good from top to bottom. Can't believe I'm saying this about a Mike McCarthy team because you haven't been able to say this about a Mike McCarthy team in a long time. They are well coached. For the most part, they are disciplined. Now, Tyler Smith be getting away with a lot of holding calls, especially against us.
I know, yeah.
But they are a really good team, man. When you look at the NFC, who do you have? Because obviously the Eagles are on top, but who do you have as the second strongest team? Is it the Cowboys or the Vikings for you?
No, it's the Cowboys. It's the Cowboys. Like I said, I don't see any team competing with these two teams when it comes to the playoff races. and going into the playoffs. I don't see anybody like Minnesota's going to give whoever like I don't know how the seeding works, like I said, but whoever Minnesota matches up with, they're probably going to give them a good fight. But it's not. Remember, like freaking the Eagles slapped them, bro. Like,
am I tripping? Isn't it Washington? Because isn't it 2 versus 7?
Dude,
It's
your
2
guess
versus
is as
7,
good
right?
as mine, bro.
So it'd be Washington, and then
Somebody
there's a team
fact check us, bro.
Then there's a team that Hate Sam just mentioned. He said, "I still think San Fran is the best team in the NFC." What do you think about that? San Fran is still a really good team.
They're a dark horse. They're a dark horse. I don't think they're anything of a great of like the best team in the NFC East, but they're probably slightly better than us. But remember, now Brock Purdy is taking over for the rest of the season.
Hey, but you see his nickname, bro? Have you seen his nickname on Twitter? Nah, I can't say it. I'll give you the initials. DCB, bro.
Oh my god.
Take a guess. Take a guess.
Is
Anybody
Big
in
Purdy?
the chat take?
Is it Big Purdy?
Huh?
Is it? You said BCP?
E.
BCB.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Big Brock. Okay, yeah, Big Brock.
All right, I just put it in the chat. For
Why
anybody that
did you
doesn't know.
type it in the comments?
Because people need to know what's going on in the NFL world. That's the reason we have this show.
God.
To keep
of course,
people
of course,
updated.
you were the one to be notified of this phenomenon.
You don't know, man. Maybe he comes on strong, bro. Maybe he goes out there and
he's gonna be the new best Mr. Irrelevant to ever play, because he's gonna take that title from Tim
It doesn't
Crowder.
take much for a quarterback if they're Mr. Irrelevant to
He already won.
So.
He like had a comeback win against the Rams, right? No, not comeback.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
So whoop the Dolphins with Brock Purdy. Yeah, but wait, did Brock Purdy didn't start that whole game? He didn't start.
No, but he played. I think
he played
a quarter or two.
He played, but let's just calm it down. It's Brock Purdy we're talking about, okay? But
bro,
I don't think the 49ers are the best team, and I think they could be.
No, not the best. I think they're still up there though.
I say like fourth. Say that fourth.
Fourth?
Yeah.
Who's the third? Oh, you have Vikings as the third. Yeah. Got you. I don't watch them.
I'm sorry, I can't listen. I know, like with primetime games, that's a freaking variable, right? That's an X variable. But when it comes to just straight up team for team, the Vikings are just better than 49ers. It is what it is. So, but don't get me wrong, the 49ers are a strong team with McCaffrey there, Bosa, Debo going off, and so.
Don't forget about their defense, man. I feel like you haven't really mentioned their defense at all. The 49ers defense is
I just said Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa is one person.
All right, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner. God, I don't even know the rest of their damn team, bro.
Fred Warner isn't even their best inside linebacker, bro.
What?
Not this guy, bro. KB, tell me you're lying, bro.
Give me the name. I'll remember once. I'm blanking. I'm shooting a blank right now. Wait, tell me.
No way. Yo, chat. At this man right now. Right? I'm just surprised. I'm talking about off of, in my opinion, of this year's.
In your opinion.
This year's performance.
Let's preface that anyway.
In my opinion, off of this year's performance.
Fred Warner is literally like one of the highest paid inside linebackers in the league right now.
Yeah, in my opinion, this year, Greenlaw has been better.
But isn't Greenlaw like like a second, third year player?
They were picked 1 year apart. They were picked 1 year apart.
Right, that doesn't discount anything. But Fred Warner is like regarded as like a top linebacker. Greenlaw is good too, and I've heard of him. But like Fred Warner is the guy.
Yo,
like, you want to talk about?
Why is my throat? You guys see my eyes are red and tearing up, bro. My throat is killing me right now, bro. This is ridiculous.
Durant, Osmond said, Justin Smith, Alden Smith, Patrick Williams, Navarro. My bad. I don't know who's on their team.
Patrick Williams and Navarro Bowman. Oh my.
Eric Armstead. Eric Armstead still relevant? Yo, my man out here dying.
Yeah, I'm good.
Damn.
Yo, I don't know what in the world.
Is Ryan Connolly really on the Niners?
I need a new co-host. This man is not concerned for my health and
you're good, bro. You're
well-being
good
at all, bro.
You're good, bro. You're good.
Yo, that was crazy. Like it came up from my chest, whatever it was, man. Oh man, Y'all need to chill, bro. All right, yo, Duran.
Yeah, you out here, talking about Purdy.
Let's.
His presence was felt, wasn't it?
There's words I will call you that I can't say on YouTube. Shout out to Alex. He meant to put this in the chat earlier. He was talking about the Giants stats,
I
offensive
seen that.
stats. I'm
I
guessing.
seen Bobby post that
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Saquon had 15 carries for 53 yards. DJ 12, only 146 yards. The Giants need to trust DJ in early downs, more concept tendencies. What do you say to his?
Actually, there's more zinc in it, but anyway.
What do you say to this?
What should we call it? Here's the thing with that stat, right? I don't want to get away from the fact that playing sustainable football is running
There's
the
no
ball.
bananas around right now, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why you said potassium. There's no potassium in that. There's more zinc. If
No, I mean potassium is what people know, but I said there's no bananas around right now. But continue with what you were saying.
Anyway, we ain't talking about health class. You guys just made me lose my train of thought. I just lost it. I just lost it again.
Yo, for real, Ash, KB don't get a joke, bro. But continue, KB. He doesn't have the funny bone in his body.
Okay. We have the stat, right? I don't want to get away from the fact everybody keeps talking about this. Throw the ball on first down. Throw the ball on first down. I don't want to start doing that with this team. And I know the stats don't prove me right. So I'm just speaking
with
off.
you.
I'm just speaking off of like my own, opinion here. Cause I know the stats aren't on my side on this, but you need to run the ball on first down. Not every time. Don't get me wrong. Not every time you need to run the ball, but don't think that we should. I see people literally saying this. This goes back, going back to 2 years ago, that we should never run the ball on first down. If you don't run the ball on first down, you're never going to run the ball at all. Because if you pass the ball on first down and it goes incomplete, on 2nd and 10, what are you going to do? You ain't running it to go 3rd down and 6, and now you got to pass the ball to go 3rd down and 6. You're going to pass it. So if you don't run the ball on first down, you're not going to run the ball ever. I mean, that's just what it is, especially with this team that we have right now, with the lack of receiving core that we have. If we have, if we're going against a defense that expects us to pass on first down because we do it so often, they're going to kill us. And we're never going to run the ball. We're never going to establish the running game. And then you're going to see us trying to pass the ball on in the first and second quarter. And then the 3rd and 4th quarter, that's when we try to get Saquon involved, which is how we lost. I think it was the Detroit game. We did not want to pass the ball at all, even though they had we didn't want to run the ball at all in the first 2 quarters, which Detroit was one of the worst rushing teams in the NFL, stopping the run. And we didn't run the ball at all. We passed the ball. We were unsuccessful. And then to try to give Saquon Barkley his time, we started to try to run the ball, being blown out in the 3rd and 4th quarter. That's not how you win the football. I know the stats aren't on my side on this, guys, but I'm telling you right now, you do not want to pass the ball, especially with this team, with this offense, on first down all the time, the majority of the time. You need to run the ball, establish the run game early so you can maintain time of possession and so you could control the clock. And that's how you win football games, is controlling the clock. I mean, not all the time, but you guys know how to win football games. I mean, it's not hard. It's not rocket science. But
for me, it just comes back to I feel like better play calling could solve a lot of it. That's just me. We've already talked about that in the earlier topic anyway. Ash thrown in with players now, not just play calling players. DJ's already played one more game than last year. He hasn't even gotten back to those passing yards yet. That goes back to what you were saying. Sometimes we're running the ball way too much and not throwing the ball nearly as much as we should. And then sometimes it's the opposite. Yeah. But to get back to the topic here, Washington, kind of briefly mentioned them since we just finished talking about them. They're good. They're coming real strong. They're going to go on a bye and then they come back against us, man. Is there a legitimate shot for you that Washington could take this 3rd spot and we drop to 4th?
I think that we have to look at their remaining schedule.
Can we pull that up?
Can we pull that up? Because just with momentum, and obviously we're coming down to the final games of the season, you may see Washington continue their hot streak, or they may collapse. We don't know. Like I said, we'll see who they're playing for the rest of the schedule. They obviously have us after the Eagles. So let's take a look here.
They have us. They have us. They have 49ers, Browns, Cowboys. They got 4 games left in that.
Ooh, I like that. Bro, they have a chance if we can freaking win the game. they have a chance of losing out. They have a chance of losing out. So
That's very tough. I don't know.
listen, that Browns game is going to be the only time I'll ever root for Deshaun Watson. Okay. So, that's what do you mean very tough? The 49ers, we just spent like 5 minutes talking about how
Yeah,
they're
no, you
possibly
said
the best
lose
team in the NFC.
out, bro. Like
They could lose out. Look at
no,
look
I'm
at the
talking
Cowboys.
about, bro. We're not gonna act as if we're gonna just walk in and beat the Commanders like that, bro.
No. I prefaced that. I said if we can beat the Commanders.
Oh,
we
I'm
can
sorry. I
find a
thought you
way-
meant like if we could get a win against the Eagles for some reason. That's what
No.
I
Prefaced that if we can find a way to beat the Commanders, they can possibly lose out. I think the only possible win they have is against us and the Browns. I really don't think they're beating the Cowboys or the Niners. I just don't see that happening, despite the Cowboys going to FedEx Field. So we really we're in control of our own destiny with the Washington.
We've been in control of our own destiny for the
Commanders.
entire season.
Oh, of course. But
one
now,
of the good things of this season,
it's really like win or go home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every game means like 200% more than the past other games did. So, so can we pull up the Seattle schedule as well?
Seattle?
Yeah,
No, because that's for another topic.
That's now okay. Another topic.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. But
yeah, they're definitely looking at this game against us as a gimme though. Then Nova says that stating
I don't know how we
winning
just
in
tied
Washington is
with
gonna
them.
be he says winning in Washington is gonna be near impossible. They had a month to sell you the Giants. That's very true. But guys, it's time for us to get to the next topic up here, and we're gonna get back to looking at
Yo, Brock Purdy is on a tear, bro.
What just? Oh man!
You said his name and he delivered. All right.
This is not fun, bro. I gotta drink some Mucinex or something. Let me get to the next topic.
Heineke again under pressure. He was hit as he got rid of it. Question is, was the arm moving forward?
All right, as you see, yo, did Ash just say, "Hey, yo"? This is what I come back to, bro. After being backstage ahead. Yeah, you know what?
Let KB talk more.
Like you do this.
Yeah, good, because your mic is all muffled. So, all right. As far as getting fully healthy, right? Aziz came back and he didn't really look. I mean, actually, he had a sack of his own. He got off to a slow start, but
bro, Aziz had a good game. I don't know.
He definitely got off to a slow start. We talked about it.
He had a good game, is what I said.
He had a good game. Yeah, I corrected myself, but he had a good game overall. But he got off to a slow start. So let's hope that he comes back and he remains healthy, man. We talked about it. He looked a little slower. Maybe it's because he gained that weight. Maybe he's not able to stay as healthy or be as fast and explosive as like last year. Adoree Jackson, you mentioned that they're possibly thinking about bringing him back. What was his injury specifically again? Adoree, do you remember? Adoree.
Sprained MCL, which is why if he's back, I'm gonna be so surprised. He's supposed to be out for the rest of the season.
Yeah. It was like a 3 to 5 week injury, wasn't it? Sprained MCL was a 3 to 5 week injury.
He was supposed to be out for the season, bro. Whatever that rank is.
But if we make the playoffs, he should have been back for that.
Yeah.
So Adoree coming back, that would help us out big, man. We need all the guys we can get.
The Twitter report suggesting there's a chance even McKinney might be back too.
Bro, I forgot all about McKinney, bro. We need him back desperately. Dane Belton's okay, but Julian Love can't do it by himself, man. And Julian Love's playing some good football right now. Let's make no mistake about that. We already got Daniel Bellinger back. He was making some plays. They were like slowly incorporating him.
I'm like, they gotta him. He's gonna get hopefully more involved as the weeks go on. And same with Aziz. Aziz said he was on a limit. I expect him to get up to over like 60% of the snaps. Yeah. He only played 40%.
Now, this is the perfect time to bring back Ojulari, man. And hopefully with one game under his belt coming off an injury, that he's ready to play against this great Eagles offensive line. And listen, Jalen Hurts, I'm seeing all over Twitter, guys, we got to give respect. All right. I'm seeing all over Twitter people talking about Jalen Hurts versus Daniel Jones and how the I know the adjusted completion percentage has Daniel Jones at like 80% completion percentage and Jalen Hurts at like 79.9. And then people are using that to justify that Daniel Jones is playing the same like level of football that Jalen Hurts is. Guys, you guys know I was one of Jalen Hurts' biggest critics coming out of the draft and like him being an Eagle and him starting event.
Bro,
you guys know I was a huge critic.
I can't remember
like,
if you were
Daniel
included,
Jones out the
KB.
water right now.
Yeah, KB, I don't remember if you said this last year, but I said last year that last year before he took this immense jump, I saw him improve, and I'm like, yo, I'm kind of becoming a fan of Hurts. He's becoming a really good quarterback for my eyes, and that's exactly what's happening.
After the first season he played, I believe it was his rookie season when he took over for Carson.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, he's kind of trash, right? He's kind of trash. But you go back and I went through the film and I was like, man, there's some stuff that you can take away from that. He's gonna adjust. And I gave him his flowers when he started playing well. I gave him his flowers. It's not like he was like getting all lucky with his passing and it was the weapons around. Like he's actually making some freaking top quarterback throws. He has great pocket awareness. He can escape the pocket. He's a strong runner. He's very aware of his surroundings. Makes his reads. Like Hurts is a legitimate MVP candidate this year. Like I'm not even joking about that. And you guys know this is like the least biased I can be, okay? Because you guys know I did not like Hurts at all. And he's not. Jones isn't even close to Hurts right now playing. And I know Daniel Jones is kind of being undermined by his play because of his stats and where the team is at right now. And he's actually playing better than we think he is, but he's not Hurts level. He's just not. And I need everybody to just accept that. It's okay to say that they're both playing well. It's okay to say that.
Also, and listen, it's not like this isn't a valid point because it's true. It's just facts.
It is true.
He has a better supporting cast.
Yeah.
But he's also like, listen, you think this is going to
Durant, I'm sorry. You put Hurts on this team, I think we're better. I'm sorry.
I wasn't even going to say that. What I was going to say is going back to just how coaches know how to evaluate a player, right? People around the league, coaches included, kind of know that Hurts is becoming one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now, and they're still not sure how to judge Daniel Jones. These are the same guys that know how to judge college quarterbacks that come from all different types of supporting cast. Just because one player has a better supporting cast doesn't mean you can't tell that their mechanics are better or that they're just better as a quarterback, they're a better thrower, they're better, bigger impact on their team and whatnot. And once again, this go back to what I was saying earlier. With the Giants fan base, it seems like there's extremes. I'm not on any extreme that's saying Daniel Jones is bad or trash. I'm not doing that right now. We need to stop a comparison to somebody that I think is a better quarterback, clearly.
Yeah, and Durant said in an ideal situation, put Hurts on our team. I don't know if that was supposed to be like, oh yeah, I didn't think about that. No, if you put Hurts on this team, he's better. He's better than Jones. I'm sorry. Jones, one of the biggest things that you can knock Daniel Jones for is his pocket awareness. Okay. And that seems to be something that Jalen Hurts actually excels at. So you really go back to all the sacks that Daniel Jones has taken because of his lack of pocket awareness. And you translate that to Jalen Hurts, a lot of those sacks are not sacks. A lot of those sacks are probably like 20-yard gains, 8-yard gains, or you able to escape the pocket, create some more time, and throw the ball downfield and get a completion. Like those type of things are very, very vital to a team's success and winning games. And Jalen Hurts is just doing that right now. I know we could talk about all the weapons that Jalen Hurts has in front of him. And trust me, I am not blind to that at all. That's something I definitely put into account as well. But Hurts is just playing better football right now. That it just is what it is. When the pocket breaks down for Hurts, although he has a great offensive line, when the pocket breaks down for Hurts, he knows exactly where he's going. He knows how to improvise. He knows how to get out of the pocket. He knows how to manipulate the defenders around him and create more time. Daniel Jones is athletic, but I'm sorry, Daniel Jones does not know how to create more time. That's one thing that I really want to see from Daniel Jones. Can you create more time? Can you evade the sack? Because how many times he can get out the pocket very well. He's fast. Like once he starts running, it's hard to catch him. How many times have we seen Daniel Jones drop back and he shakes off a defender? He jukes a defender.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick,
you know
bro.
What I'm saying?
I just want to say real quick, one second, this is all true, but how did we get to a Daniel Jones conversation with what's on the screen right now?
Oh man, how did we get there?
How? We gotta stop this, bro.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
You know what it was? You know what it was?
but Giants fans, we keep going in circles with the same conversations over and over.
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah.
Go
You
ahead.
know what it was though? I was
Yeah, let's
talking
get back to it.
Yeah, I was talking about the health of our defensive line, with Leo coming back, Ojulari coming back, and they have a couple games under their belt, so now they can, get ready to rush Jalen Hurts, and that's when I was talking about that Jalen Hurts is actually a really, tough. He's going to be a tough opponent despite having a great offensive line. Just him as a player alone is going to be tough. So that's why it's very vital to have Ojulari back, Leo back in the lineup, and obviously with Dex playing great and Kayvon's balling right now, man. He's just not able to finish. He had a great sack for us last game where it could have been a safety, man. That was so close, but he did well for us. He's been getting to the quarterback very now he's getting like mainstream recognition with how well he's playing right now, which is good. So we need that more than ever. I would love if Adoree came back because damn, man, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith and Quez Watkins, man, these guys, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough with the secondary that we have. What's the timetable about Fabian Moreau?
Try and see it right now. But interesting or a good comment there from Alex.
Yeah, but
Leo
not
didn't come back
practicing.
in the game
But I haven't
after he left with his neck thing.
Right, but I haven't heard of any of him like being out, like considered out. Because
Yeah.
I don't. It seems weird because damn, Leo Williams has not been hurt his whole career, bro. His whole career he's not been hurt, and now
I'm
he's like,
convinced
this
it's
like
a
his
Giants
third,
curse, bro.
It's like
I really
his third
am.
injury, bro. It's like his third
I am
injury.
convinced it's a Giants curse because it happened with Blake Martinez. Blake Martinez was never injured in his career. He came to us and he's injured his second year. And
Yeah.
Leo is just like everything goes wrong. Ugh. Not seeing anything necessarily update on Fabian from recently.
Oh, Moreau did play last game. Okay, I know because he missed some time, so he came back. Okay, I guess he's okay, which is good. We need Fabian. I'm sorry, Nova. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. That's my fault.
But here's the starting secondary. This is from December 6th. So this is yesterday. My dates are thing. Here's the starting secondary as of right now, entering this next game. And of course, we have a lot of time for that to change and improve. Julian Love is still out there. Nick McLeod is still out there. Jason Pinnock and Fabian Moreau in terms of your two starting safeties.
Pinnock's been playing well. I haven't watched the film of how he's been doing in coverage, but he's been making some decent tackles. He had a tackle for loss that I remember in that game. So he missed a tackle on Terry. I remember now, Nova. I remember now. Moreau was getting bullied all game. Me and Kush were talking about that during the game. Moreau was getting bullied all game.
But let's see. We're still waiting on Adoree Jackson to get back. We're waiting on Xavier McKinney to get back. I don't think we're getting any of our linebackers back because those were all like season-ending injuries at the beginning of the season. Defensive line-wise, I feel like the depth pieces that we lost are not going to come back anytime soon. I haven't heard anything.
Who are those guys?
It was literally like the second string guys, and their names.
Yeah,
are
DJ Davidson's out for the year.
Yeah, DJ Davidson's out for the year, and there was somebody else. Man, there was somebody else. Was it? There was a white guy, I think, or is he a third string? Whatever the case is, we had depth on the defensive line that went out.
I think he's fine.
And then offensively, we got Bellinger back. Wandale. Does anybody know what's up with Wandale?
He's out for the season, bro. He tore his ACL.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He probably won't be back till mid-season next season.
So, oh my God, I completely forgot about him tearing his ACL, bro. Yep. Oh man, and I was out here having daydreams about Jalen Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton, and OBJ, bro, and Isaiah Hodgins being our 5 receiver. Oh man, I forgot this man. I'm depressed again.
When we run out of topics, I have a topic to bring up.
Nick Williams, that was the other one.
Nick Williams.
That was the other depth defensive lineman. So we're still quite a way away from being fully healthy, as the card says. But we are getting some players back. Yeah,
Nick Williams is out for the year. But yeah, when we run out of topics, I want to bring up a topic that I've seen on Twitter.
This is a good question.
Yeah, why we sign Collins? We don't.
He's clearly not elevating himself past the practice.
He's probably
squad,
trash.
Yeah.
Yep, he's probably
not elevating himself at all.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get to the next one, which is we've been holding off on it. We got to talk about this Eagles matchup.
Game. Couple pumps. Hurts going deep for A.J. Brown. He has got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Bro, did you put 9-1? They're 11-1.
Listen,
My
I said
man's
at the
tired,
beginning,
bro. My
I
man's
said at the beginning of the
Yo.
stream, like I literally when I started the stream, I'm like, I'm still making these, bro.
Right,
I was
right,
still
yeah.
making these on the
Bro,
laptop. So
Bro, Kush is that. You remember the Popeyes lady meme where she's just like defeated, bro? That's you. That's you in
me,
the last
bro. I
seconds.
had such a long day. It's not even funny.
Oh, I feel
But
you, bro.
I didn't want to push Young Guns off again because then it would have been 3 weeks, and I'm like, nah.
We gotta keep it pushing. Gotta keep it pushing.
Yeah, shout out to Ligma in the chat, bro.
What up, Ligma?
Go ahead, man. Open this up. We talked about Jalen Hurts a little bit, but this Eagles game. First, let's start with what it can do for us in the standings and, bro, in the locker room if we somehow, some way take down the first place Philadelphia Eagles.
If we pull this, especially at MetLife, if we pull this game,
oh yeah, because it's gonna be so much harder to end the season against them in financial.
Of course, but no, but I'm talking about the environment. The environment. If we win this game against Philly at MetLife, it's not only gonna spark something in the players, but it's gonna spark something in the fan base. Like everybody's gonna be there. This is a huge game for us. Every game, like I said, means like 200% more than each game prior. These games are so crucial. And with the Eagles not just being the top team in the NFC East or the NFC, they're the top team in the league right now. To beat this team, to get our first divisional win, like there's so many implications that if we win this game, what is coming?
Oh my God, KB,
with the Giants?
We don't have a divisional win, bro.
No, we're 0-2-1 right now.
There's a legitimate chance we could go winless in the division. That's crazy. Oh man, that's crazy.
Imagine that. Imagine having a 7-win team and we don't win a division game.
Crazy.
Oh man, but there's so many implications and so many like feats that we can reach if we beat this team. We'll get our first divisional win. We'll take down the best team in the NFC East, and the NFL. All right, we do that. On top of that, we end our losing / tie streak, and we get a game up in this playoff race. Like there's so much implications to this game. We need a boost of confidence. We need a boost of morale. This fan base desperately needs one. I see a lot of fans already giving up on the team, saying we should have freaking tanked, and all this crap about quarterbacks in the draft and stuff like that. We need this game. And what it would mean to this team. I mean, let's be real here. I know we're making a playoff push, but this would be our freaking Super Bowl if we won this game. Let's be real here. Let's just be real as Giants fans. So, yeah, man, I don't know what else to say besides that. Like, it's such a crucial game, and to take down a team like this, a team who's on a freaking tear right now. I mean, they lost to Washington, right? They feel like that's a fluke. If we take down this team, we could. I mean, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit.
This Super Bowl for us in the season, I guess. Yeah, I can't necessarily disagree with that, but the fact of the matter is, this is so crazy. We don't have a win in the division. The Eagles have a win obviously they have wins in the division. The Cowboys obviously have wins in the division, 2 of them against us. And the Commanders have a win in the division, one of them being against the Eagles. If we're talking about just playoff seeding, we knew we were supposed to close out and win that Commander game for playoff seeding. It's gonna be a monumental task, but you need to win this game as well. Like, and that's gonna come up once again when we get to the actual playoff topic. But let's keep it real. Over the past decade, the Eagles have, for some reason, whether it's they just have the better team, which has been the case in a lot of these years in the past decade, or they just sneak out a win, like, for example, in 2016 when we were actually the better team. Whatever the case may be, they just always had our number, and they just always beat us. I think they have a 13-3 record against us over the last 16 games, something like that.
My God, they had a potential number 1 seed type of record against us in the last 16 games.
Yeah, they've been killing us.
Oh God,
and it's gonna be tough to take on this Eagles team, especially when with the last topic. Yeah, we're getting some players back, but we're still not fully healthy.
What up,
our
Adam?
Offensive line?
You bitch.
Our offense, yeah. Shout out to Adam. Our offensive line is still bad in a lot of areas.
Oh, Ligma remembers.
We have an amazing left tackle in Andrew Thomas, who I still think deserves a All-Pro nod. We have a good developing right tackle in Evan Neal, who's gonna get better next year. But we're talking about for this year, and we have just a terrible trash interior. And because we have a terrible trash interior, our pass blocking is inconsistent. When it's good, it's average at best. When it's bad, it seems like the worst in the league. Our run blocking is inconsistent. When it's good, it's average at best. When it's bad, it looks like one of the worst in the league. And we're going up against an incredible Philadelphia defense. We're going up against one of the best defensive lines in the leagues. It's going to be damn near impossible. I'm not going to say impossible, but it's going to be so very close to impossible. But bro, how you got to tell me, man. You got to give me some faith and give the fans in the chat some faith and the Giants fans around the world some faith. All right, let's live in the fantasy land real quick. How do we beat them? How do we have success against them, bro? How do we do this?
I'll tell you that right now. Quickly, I want to give a big shout out to Adam. He's on my flag football team. He's a big Eagles fan. He's the guy that works for Spectrum. So you guys know I talked about it. Adam, if you don't know, I had a bad connection issues during that game, and I blamed it all on you. So
Ligma says go fix his, yo.
And all my chat knows about you already. So they know about the garbage that is Spectrum, because some of them don't have Spectrum. So now they know never to buy Spectrum. So I'm sorry if I hurt your business there. Anyway, how do we beat the Philadelphia Eagles? Well, what my philosophy to beating any team is that you have to be the team that you're trying to beat. And it's hard for the Eagles because they're just so talented. It's like, how do you be the Eagles, right? Here's the thing. As far as the Eagles goes, as far like defensively, they get after the quarterback, right? We have to try to we have to do the same thing. It's great that we have Ojulari coming back. Kayvon's playing really good football. He needs to, get to the quarterback more, but he's getting a lot of pressures. Dexter Lawrence, hopefully Leo comes back. They should do something against the Eagles offensive line. Now, whether or not they get to Jalen Hurts is going to be another thing. We talked about earlier that Jalen Hurts is one of the better pocket-aware quarterbacks in the league right now. And his ability to escape the pocket, create time, and throw the ball or run for extra yardage is something that's a huge strength of his. And looking at Daniel Jones, and we try to compare the teams, we talked about Daniel Jones is just not good at that. Daniel Jones is very fast, very athletic. He's just not one to create more time to make a throw or create more time and then run for extra yardage. It's kind of like designed runs, rollouts, and that's pretty much it that Daniel Jones really provides as far as being an athletic quarterback. And that's something that is really going to be a big factor in this game, because if Daniel Jones can't find a way to create more time with that aggressive Philadelphia defensive line and pass rush, we're going to find ourselves in a lot of 3-and-out situations, a lot of 3rd and longs, have ourselves punting the ball away, getting our defense tired. You have to try to find a way to it sounds weird, but DJ has to try to find a way to beat Jalen Hurts. He has to in this game, because Jalen Hurts is going to be doing his thing on his side of the field. But when it comes to Daniel Jones, he's got to do the same thing. He's got to keep the ball in our hands. We have to try to play that game of time of possession. Similar enough to like how I say we need to beat the Cowboys all the time. To beat the Cowboys, you have to run the ball just as much as they do. Now they don't really run the ball as much as they used to, but same thing applies with this Philadelphia teams. We have to find a way to keep the ball in our hands, because Jalen Hurts with the ball, with that offense, they're going to put up points fast. We need to limit the amount of possessions that the Eagles have offensively, and that's how we can win the game. Pass rush and Daniel Jones being able to create more time in the pocket, because listen, with our offensive line and versus their defensive line, Daniel is gonna have a doozy of a day. Daniel Jones is going to a doozy of a day. All right. Daniel Jones is in it for this week. He's got to keep the ball with our offense. He's got to try to do that. And obviously our defense needs to get to Jalen Hurts. I think that those are the big key factors, the 2 key factors in this game versus Philly.
Got you. Let's see what the chat had to say. G-Man for Life said we need OBJ. And then he also follows it up with stop Boston. Is Boston Scott playing?
Oh, my God. Adam, is Boston Scott playing? Listen, they just paid my bill.
Let's keep it real. I heard this stat today. It's not even like
Bro, they're
a
gonna bench Miles
exaggeration.
Sanders for
Bro,
Boston Scott.
it's not even
bro.
an exaggeration. It's true. Half of Boston Scott's career touchdowns is
Yes,
against the
it's against
Giants.
us. Bro, he had his first, I
How?
believe. His first was against us.
When was
Bro,
he drafted?
I don't know, but I'm about to get on my fantasy team, bro.
Absolutely. He
Bro,
says, yeah,
he
Adam
sees
says he is
blue.
playing, man.
Damn right he is. Listen, Adam, Sanders is gonna be benched this game. I'm telling you for Scott. Is Scott your second? Is your Scott your second running back now? Who's the second running back? Did he move up to second running back? I mean, he's good. Boston Scott reminds me a lot of
They should just for this game.
Boston Scott reminds me a lot of Maurice Jones-Drew. He reminds me like a little bit of a lesser version of Maurice Jones-Drew. But
did Drew ever do the Giants like this, bro?
No, bro.
That's what I thought.
No, bro. But
that's what I thought, bro.
Boston Scott, bro. I don't know if it's because his name is Boston. I don't know, bro. Kenneth Gainwell ain't. Is he still?
Was he only drafted a couple years ago?
Yeah, but he like playing? I haven't even heard his name in a while. He would dude wears number 14 and he's built like a wide receiver. Like I don't take him seriously. So
all right, but in terms of how the Giants beat the Eagles, I'll tell you how.
Yeah, tell us how, man.
Right now, I'm talking about at this very moment, because both the Eagles are on the Eastern Standard Time. Joe Shane and Ryan Dable need to make a trip down to Philadelphia. Drive down the turnpike or whatever it is. They need to steal the Eagles playbooks. And by stealing the Eagles playbooks, they will have
we got to pull a Belichick
advantage, an edge.
Listen, we need
but
all
on
the
a serious note,
PEDs we can get. All right, let's get jacked up.
On a serious note, though, we're gonna have to play like an extremely tight, near perfect game. We're gonna have
no
to
turnovers.
I think the biggest thing is we have to get pressure, and we can't allow them to get pressure. Like legitimately,
that's what I said. Those are two key factors.
That's just it. They have an incredible defensive line and offensive line. We have developing on both sides. We just have to hope for some reason everybody explodes on our side of the team, and like goes for like 2 sacks each, and our offensive line actually holds up. That's all it comes down to.
I think the biggest thing is Jones being able to sustain drives. I think that's the biggest thing, because if the Eagles pride themselves on one thing, it's killing drives, getting sacks, forcing turnovers. I think they lead the league in turnover. I'm not mistaken. It's either that or another team, but they are up there. They get interceptions like crazy. They get a lot of forced fumbles. They kill drives with sacks. All right, so they're just doing it on defense. They're killing drives. Daniel Jones needs to find a way, and the offensive game plan, Kafka, Dable, they need to find a way to create, dump lanes for Daniel Jones when times get tough. You need to have a guy there, whether it be Saquon, Breida, Bellinger, somebody there as a security blanket for Jones to dump it off to at all times. At all times, we don't want to see deep routes going. This is the thing I don't like about our passing routes, right? We have some plays when I turn on the film, the all 22, where we literally have like 4 routes going deep and nobody there to get like an underneath route just in case Jones gets pressured and he's forced out the pocket, whatever. There are sometimes Jones just has to take the sack because he's got no one else to throw to. And so we have to figure out a way to get security blankets for Jones. Even if we want to go deep, you got to keep somebody at bay for Daniel Jones to dump it off to, because like I said, the Eagles are infamous this season right now with killing drives, whether it be turnovers or getting sacks and forcing pressure. We need to find a way for Jones to sustain. We need to help him out the best way we can and help him sustain drives. Like I said, keeping Philadelphia away from getting, a lot of possessions is going to help us in this game. The less amount of possessions that Philadelphia gets, the better chance we have in winning, which that means we need to keep the ball in our hands, run that clock down, let it drip down, and find a way to win that way. Adam, we just faced a team that loves to drip the clock down, and we beat them at their own game. And that's a perfect example. Our flag football team just came out with a win this Monday against a team that really bullies us all the time and kicks us out the playoffs and all that stuff. We found a way to beat them, and we beat them at their own game. They love to drip the clock down. They love to, wait till the last second of the play clock. Then they run the clock because they're trying to limit the amount of possessions that we have. We got to do the same thing against the Eagles. So We got to beat them at their own game.
And let's get to the next topic. We're actually making really good time with these. We're already an hour and 14 in. So
I'm still
Giants with 2 tight ends from the 19-yard line. Play action as Jones fires downfield. Slayton makes the catch.
Darius Slayton holds it in.
What the hell is that? I mean, it was a cool.
I most definitely messed up the last 2 or 3 because I was like,
Wait, that was
so
not
close to
intentional?
time. No.
How'd you do that then? You slowed the. I mean, you.
Yeah, I
crushed
slowed the entire clip
the
down.
time
yeah.
stretch. Okay,
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
Oh. What record did
It
the
was pretty
Giants
dope,
finish
though.
with, man?
I knew we were gonna get to this point.
Yep.
I knew we were gonna get to this point, guys.
If
Guys,
you, just let me know when you want me to pull up the schedule. But go.
Oh, go.
into what
Pull
you
it
were
up
gonna-
now,
No,
pull it
no,
up
go,
now.
go into what you were going to say first, though.
okay, guys. All right. We're at a conundrum right now. We're at a bad spot. All right, because we need all the wins that we can get because there are 2 teams that have the same amount of wins as us and they can kick us out real quick. All right, and with how many games do we have left? We have 5 games left. 5 games left. Do we? Yes, because we had 7-9-1, 7-4-1. Okay, we have 5. I'm terrible at math. All right, we have 5 games left. All right, if we have a chance of losing out. To be honest with you, we have a chance of losing out just because of the amount of the opponents that we're facing. Now, I think the best chance we have is against Washington, who we face in 2 weeks, and the Colts. We face before or after Minnesota, I can't remember. But the next 2 opponents after that is the Eagles twice, and then the Minnesota Vikings, who the number 1 seed, and the number 2 seed. So that's fantastic. What record did the Giants finish with?
So that's where that's my cue to pull up the schedule. Let's do this.
What record did the Giants finish with? I think realistically, we're looking at 8-1. And yes, that sucks to say that with 5 games left, we only win 1 of those 5 games and we lose the rest of the 4. Realistically, we're looking at 8-1. Whether that be a win against Washington or a win against the Colts, we may be able to pull off both of them, right? We may be able to pull off both of them, but ideally, we're looking at 8-1. Probably the max I can see. Like we win 1 against the Eagles. The max I can see is the best case scenario is Washington, Colts, and 1 against the Eagles or maybe Minnesota, and we go to 10-6-1. Right?
I was gonna say that was G-Man for Life's prediction in the chat. Nova says 7-9-1. He thinks we just lose out the rest of it. Go game by game here. Go ahead.
All right, so let's start off with the Eagles this Sunday, man. I'm really trying to get myself pumped for this game because I'm like, damn, there's so much implications, so many feats we can reach. We can really send a message to the NFL and a message to our fan base and ourselves of what we are as a team if we beat the Eagles, but it's very, very slim chance. I mean, Jesus. So let's just say we lose this game just for the sake of the matter, okay? I know we're all winning for the Giants to win, right? We're all winning for the Giants to win. Go ahead, Gio. Just say it. Shut up, Adam.
I'll be back real quick, bro.
Bet.
Good thing is that this is not a topic where I'm gonna miss too much.
Bet. All right, so the Commanders.
Yeah, you got it.
So the Commanders. I think next time around we can beat the Commanders. Listen, we had so many opportunities to win that game. If we clean up the stupid mistakes and the incompetence that this coaching staff sometimes has in the final minutes of each quarter or each half, we can actually close out games like we did in the beginning of the season. We had every reason to win that Washington game, but we just came up short. Washington looked good in the beginning, but they were garbage in the 3rd and 4th quarter, and they still found a way to catch up and win and not win the game, to tie the game. We're just incompetent, bro. We didn't score. We haven't scored in like 2.5 quarters or over 2 quarters, almost 3 quarters. All right, we haven't scored in that game. We scored the last time we scored was in the 3rd quarter, 4th quarter, nothing, overtime, nothing. So, but I'm gonna say that we win the game against the Commanders because we just look like, I don't know, we look like the better team, but we look like we were just able to I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. We just had more opportunities to win. We just didn't seize it. I guess we didn't give as much opportunities for the Commanders to win the game besides not scoring, but we didn't give the ball away to them. We weren't making stupid third down mistakes, stuff like that, like the Commanders were. Actually, we were defensively, but not offensively. Moving on to the Vikings. The Vikings we have a chance against, but the Vikings are playing great football. If this was a primetime game, I probably would have gave us a better chance, even though Daniel Jones is not any better than Kirk Cousins in primetime. Kirk Cousins just crumbles in primetime. So I don't know. I'm going to say an L there. I have to say an L there. They're the number 2 seed right now. It's only logical to say that. Moving on against the Colts. The Colts, and this is at home, man. It feels like we have a home game every game, bro, but it's awesome. Against the Colts, New Year's Day. I'm going to say we win this game. I know we're facing Matt Ryan's okay. I think he's like still one of the like leading passers in the league right now. Maybe he isn't anymore because Sam Ehlinger started a couple of games. But I remember at one point he was like top 5 in passing on the team. And they have a decent wide receiving core over there with Michael Pittman. I don't think Michael Pittman's like great or anything like that. But Alec Pierce is actually a good kind of a secondary piece to that offense. Jonathan Taylor is just not what he was. He's hurt, isn't he? If I'm not mistaken, or he came back already. But Jonathan Taylor is not having the great season that everybody expected him to be, or like number 1 overall pick in fantasy leagues type of production. But he's still there. The Colts defense doesn't seem anything great. Doesn't see anything. I mean, they just allowed 54 points to Dallas. I mean, it was like 19-21 or 21-19 in the fourth quarter, and then Dallas just pulled away. But I'm going to say that we win that game against the Colts. And that may be me being a little bit optimistic, but the Giants have just beaten teams like the Colts. Like we've beaten Green Bay, we've beaten the Baltimore. Like we've beaten teams kind of on their level. So I'm okay. I'm okay with saying that we should beat the Colts, and we will beat the Colts. And then to close out the game against the Eagles, listen, I think the only way we beat the Eagles in the last game of the season is if the Eagles say, hey, screw it, we have the number 1 seed already. We're going to bench our starters and see where it goes from there. That's the only way I could see the Giants beating the Eagles there. But honestly, I think the best chance we have of beating the Eagles is this game here, not the last game of the season. Like I said, unless the Eagles bench their starters last game of the season. So realistically, what are we looking at? We're looking at a 9-7-1 season, and that's looking like optimistically, right? I mean, there's a really good chance we could lose out. All right. I know we don't want to talk about it, but there's a very good chance we lose out. And then I think the most realistic is go 8-1.
I miss, bro.
Now, I literally, you came by perfect time because I literally just finished the.
All right. So give me the gist. What would you say? Give me the gist.
Okay, real quick. I said the Eagles as much as you were there for that one. So moving on to the Commanders, I said, I wouldn't say we look like the better team, but we just gave the Commanders less opportunities to win than they did. They gave us so much opportunities to win that game. I think if we clean up a lot of mistakes, we can wind up winning that game at FedEx Field. The Vikings, I said, listen, they're number 1, 2 seed for a reason. There's obviously not a good chance, but a chance that we could beat the Vikings, but I'm not going to give it to them. And then I said the Colts, we've beaten teams like that are on the level or better than the Colts this season already. So I can confidently say that we have a chance of beating the Colts, and I would be confident in saying that we will beat the Colts. So I said there's that. And then I said the Eagles, I think the only way we beat the Eagles, the Eagles could do us such a solid, bro, if they bench their – I don't think they would if we're still in the race and they bench their starters because they already have the number 1 overall seed. I think they would be at a – They would be at a crossroads,
because of the fact that we're still in the race, that they would have reason to.
Here's the thing, though. If we're fighting for a spot with that game, and they already secured the number 1 overall seed, what do you think they're talking about in the front office? Is like, do we bench our starters because we already have the number 1 seed? Do we really want to just like kick the Giants out? Do we really want them out that badly, or do we? Yeah. Why?
Because
why would they be concerned about
bitter
us?
Rivals. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Here's the thing.
What are you saying right now?
No. Here, listen to what I'm saying. The Eagles secured the number 1 overall seed, and they beat us prior already. Let's just say they beat us like the way they should beat us. They should probably blow us out. They already secured the number 1 overall seed. You really think that to kick us out of the playoffs, they're gonna play all their starters for the entire game and risk them getting hurt before the playoffs to kick us out? and then let like a team like Seattle in, who has probably a better chance of beating the Eagles than we do.
I don't know about the entire game, but I think they're gonna keep their stars in enough to ensure that we're done.
That's interesting. I think they would. I think they'll definitely be thinking about it. I think they'll definitely be thinking about it. Listen, they've done some scumbag stuff before. Okay, they literally did it 2 years ago.
Yeah,
All
you
right?
see, now you're going against yourself.
But they did some. No, they did. They benched their starters, and because they were losing, but they weren't.
No,
in the
what I'm
playoff
saying
race.
is right now you're proving my point by saying they would do some scumbag. Anyway, let me get to my prediction. Shout out to R0B in the chat.
What up,
Mine
Rob?
is very similar to yours. I do have us losing against the Eagles, but I got us winning against the Commanders. I feel like I agree with you, and this hilarious. It'll be James Jones' first Sunday Night Football primetime win. But I agree with you. They left a lot more chances for us to win in that game than we left them.
Bro,
If we
why they
clean up
give us a
something,
primetime game, bro?
I
That
think
scares me.
that we could win. I don't think we're doing anything day before Christmas against the Vikings. The Colts, I think we could beat as well because I think we are a better team than them. And I do have us losing to the Eagles. So that has us at 9-6-1. Maybe that gets us a 7th seed. Once again, I'm still happy overall because vastly overperformed what we were supposed to do coming into the season. We were not supposed to be a 9-win team with a playoff spot. We are. I'm happy as a fan overall. Now, getting deeper with it, because I experienced the motions of the season, I'm disappointed because I'm like, damn, we went 1-5-1 in the division, and we probably could have done better, but it is what it is. What do you think about that? 9-6-1.
Yeah, I mean, it will be 9-7-1, but yeah,
9-7-1. Right?
yeah.
9-7.
But I would love that. But here's the thing: is 9-7-1 enough? Is
I think it could be
9-7-1? Pull up the Seattle Seahawks schedule real quick, because they're the team I'm really worried about. Since we pulled up the Commander schedule, I'm actually not worried about that. They would have to freaking channel God himself to try to win those games out, bro. That's a lot. That's a tough schedule they've got left. Probably tougher than us. So, we'll see about that one. Let's see about Seattle as well.
You want to bring up Seattle schedule? What you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Let's pull up Seahawks schedule. They only have 4 games left, like the Commanders. And are they on a bye this week?
Possibly.
No, I thought
No.
they went on a bye after they played us.
No.
Anyway,
And by the way, that Vikings game is actually on a Saturday, so I probably won't be able to make that. I'll be working.
Vikings. Got you.
It's on a Saturday.
I didn't even realize. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna make this Sunday.
Yeah, Christmas.
I'm not even sure if I'm gonna make this Sunday because I'm gonna be in Orlando, Universal.
Oh, my boy's gonna be in Orlando. He's gonna come down to Central Florida.
Please don't say it like that. You're not even a real Florida Jit. So
come down
like,
here,
I don't
Jit.
even know.
Come down here, Jit.
Said it with the most whitewash accent. But here's the Seahawks
I'm
final games. They played the Panthers, then the 49ers, then the Chiefs, then the Jets, then the Rams.
Damn.
I would keep it real.
Damn.
They're beating the Panthers and they're beating the Rams, but I don't know about the other 3, bro.
Yeah, but
two
wins, them just getting 2 wins
puts them back at 9, right?
Exactly.
And they have obviously they got the tiebreaker of us.
We really need to hope so listen, we're probably gonna have to be like concede defeat to the Seattle. They'll get to 6 seed. We have to fight for that 7 seed, bro. We really got to fight for that 7 seed. Washington.
No, I thought we are talking about the 7 seed right now.
No, yeah, we are. I mean, right now we're still the 6th.
I think at 9 we'll be the 7th. I think Washington maybe has more wins than us.
Here's the thing. That tie may have saved us. Because if they finish with 9 wins and we finish with 9 wins, we have the tie, and that gives, even though they beat us, we still have the nod because we have the tie.
What does that mean? If they have a better record than us, they have a better record than us. What are you talking about?
No, 9-7-1 versus 9-8. We have the better record.
I'm saying they could possibly end up as a 10-win team, can they not?
No, they could possibly can't. I'm saying in the scenario that you brought, you said that, hey, they could pull out 2 more wins, but you're not sure about the rest of the 3. That puts them at 9-8.
No, I said the Seahawks pulls out 2 more wins and they get to 9.
I'm talking about the Seahawks, dude.
The Seahawks have a tie?
No, we have the tie.
You said 9-8-1. I'm so confused.
No, I
right
said
now.
9-7-1, and they will be 9-8. Bro, where is your head?
Wait. The Seahawks are 9-6 right now. Wait, what are the Seahawks
The
right now? I'm
Seahawks
so
are
confused.
7-5.
They're 7-5. Okay,
they win
okay.
two
That's what
more-
I'm confused about, bro. Oh man, yeah, you're right. You're right.
So
right, you're right.
listen here. Get your head in the game, bro. Let's
Bro,
go.
I need to go to sleep.
Listen, if they, like you said, this would be perfect. You said they could win those. They win those 2 games.
Also, use better pronouns, bro. I got confused. You're saying they. We're talking about 3 different teams. Just use the name of the team. I got confused. All right. You can't blame me for this. We're talking about 3 different teams.
I'm literally talking about something you said.
Say
you
the
said
Seahawks
it.
instead of
You don't
instead
remember
of
what
they.
you said.
Say Seattle. Say the Seahawks.
The Seattle freaking Seahawks.
Thank you.
You said can win 2 out of the 5 games that they have. You're not sure about the rest of the 3. That puts them at 9-8.
Yes.
If we win 2 games, I would
Yes.
assume Washington and the Colts, even though Seattle beat us and we had the same amount of wins, we would still get the nod over them because we have the tie.
Okay.
So in that case, the tie did help us a bit. It didn't give us the win, but it definitely did a lot better than a loss. So I guess I have a little confidence going into it now.
All of that just to get mollywopped by the Vikings in the first round, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
Hey,
right
bro,
now,
I don't care. Just get me in there, bro.
Oh,
Just get me in there.
Hold up.
Just get me in
Is this?
there,
Let me
bro.
double check.
That's what they said in
Bro,
2007, bro.
why are
That's
we
what they said in
talking-
2007, bro.
Wait. Why are we talking about playoffs? Let me just play this for the heck of playing
Playoffs?
it.
Like, what do you make of it? What does a tie do for your playoff chances at this point?
We'll figure it out. I mean, there's a long way to go. It's better than if it was a.
I chose the best clip. The report said, "What does a tie do for your chances?"
Better than a loss.
No, we'll find out. It's better than a loss. What did we just talk about?
Like we just
All
talked
right,
about.
now we could continue.
God, why are we so
now
late
we
with
can
that? Why were you
continue
so late
everything.
with that one?
I just came back, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't realize you were talking about playoffs. I thought you were talking about records, but obviously they're connected.
What do you?
But what a perfect clip. Yo, give me some credit, though. That was like
That
a
was a good
spot on
clip. That was a
clip.
good
You know
clip.
what
I
I'm saying?
didn't
That was a
even
good
watch
clip.
the press conference, so
See,
that was a
I
great
wasn't
clip.
the only person that was confused. DB thought you were talking about Washington as well. It's the pronouns that confuse me.
But I never mentioned Washington at all. We were talking about Seattle. I told you to
You
pull up
mentioned
Seattle's
Washington, bro.
schedule.
You
What are you
mentioned
talking about? Oh my god.
Right.
I don't
calm
get it.
down.
Hey guys, I need new subs, new co-hosts. Get it to me fast. Anyway,
So should we be thinking about playoffs?
should we be thinking about it? Yes. I mean, this should be freaking conflicting our minds for to the end of the season. But should we make the playoffs is the question. And like the scenario that you brought forth, we probably have a good chance. Somebody go back.
I'm not
Somebody
alone
go
in
back.
this. I'm not
Somebody
alone in
go
this.
back.
Thank you. I'm not
Somebody
alone.
go back. Why is
Oh.
you two the only ones that didn't understand? All right, maybe you guys are on the same wavelength. All right, I don't know, but everybody else didn't have an issue. So there's that. Ridiculous. This is
Anyway.
ridiculous. I can't believe you
threats to our
you
playoff
poisoned one of our
chances.
subs into having a mind like yours. Ridiculous.
The threats to our playoff chances: Washington, Seattle, and there's another team who I'm completely forgetting. That's right there with Seattle.
Atlanta. Nobody cares about Atlanta.
There's no way it's Atlanta, bro.
It's Atlanta.
You're joking.
It's Atlanta.
Let me check
It's
the
Atlanta.
things right now. It's another 7-win team.
No.
No, oh my god, you're
It's Atlanta. Nobody cares about Atlanta. Atlanta's like, hey guys, hey, we're in the running too. Shut up, Atlanta. Go somewhere with Marcus Mariota, bro. Who's
Bro.
talking to you,
Can you really imagine if all 4 teams from the NFC East make the playoffs? Like,
bro? That'd be
that
sick,
is
bro. It would
crazy.
be our division to make history like that, right?
bro, because
We were
people
literally
love,
the NFC East, the NFC least, bro. For
people
years.
love to hate on the NFC East, bro, because we had a bad couple of years, but like
we had the most historic teams. Like
we're historically the best
yeah.
division in the NFL. Historically, it was gonna return to being the best division in the NFL. Come on
yeah,
now.
at some point, you already know.
Oh yeah, Tom Brady is 3-1 since his divorce, bro.
Yeah,
saying
but
somebody just said the
Bucks
Bucks
are in the
are-
division spot, so I don't really.
Yeah, so we're
you
they're
know,
not
we're-
they don't really matter to us because
doesn't
we're
matter
not
to
getting the division. Unless the Eagles go and lose like 6 straight games, we're not getting the division, bro. That's not
God,
happening.
oh my god, I wish they collapsed so hard, bro. Like not even for us, just die, Eagles, just die.
Die,
Eagles die.
die.
Love it.
This
Detroit
man-
long shot. No, I think
we gotta
Detroit
answer.
ruined there.
We got to answer to the question. It shouldn't even cross our mind the way we've been looking. Should we be thinking about playoffs?
Nah, y'all crazy, bro. Detroit, did they win last week? This week they won. Yeah, they won. They beat Jacksonville. So where are they at? 5 wins. Yeah, they're in the running
Yeah,
too,
Detroit is
but
5-7.
they're really screwing them. That Buffalo game screwed them up, bro. That Buffalo game could have put them in a big position for a playoff race because they should have won that game, and it was against a big, tough opponent. And they would have been sitting pretty with 6 wins right now. And they could have been right there in the running with against us. I don't think they're going to catch up.
So if we do end up as 7, what was it? 9, 7, and 1, right? Did we say if that was a 6th or 7th seed? I can't remember.
If we finish 9, 7, and 1, and Seattle finishes 9 and 8, we'll be 6th seed, and Seattle will be 7th seed, and Washington
Over Washington? Okay, got you.
Yeah, but that's also assuming Washington doesn't get 9 wins either.
Yeah. If we are the 6th seed, we're matched up against the 49ers. That's really tough.
That's tough because they run the ball.
That's a tough match. It's
Christian
so
McCaffrey's
hilarious.
gonna kill
I
us.
think the only favorable matchup we have in the first would be Buccaneers, but I don't see
I
the
would
Cowboys
love to
losing
face
2
the
more
Bucks.
games.
That is the team I want to face. They can't score. They
in order
score
for us
the
to
same.
face-
They play the same way we do.
I was gonna say, in order for us to face them, the Cowboys have to lose 2 more games somewhere along the line. And let me pull up their schedule if I see them losing any. Like we talked about how much of a juggernaut they are. Let's see.
Yeah. DB says, nah, Giselle sleeping with 8. Nah, that's fake. I think that was
Yeah, it was
AB's
fake.
baby moms, right? That was AB baby.
Yeah, he got a type though.
He definitely got a
So,
type. And listen, man.
I mean, it's
Nah, he-
possible that the Cowboys lose 2 more, but that's it for the season. That means we'd have to win. We'd have to win out, which I don't know. But the Cowboys, they have the Texans on deck, which they should slaughter. They got the Jaguars next. They should slaughter. They got the Eagles, who I think the Eagles will definitely, can definitely beat them. They got the Titans, who's going to be a tougher matchup that people give credit for, and the Commanders, who always play them good. So it's like they can lose 2 more games, but in order for us to get back to the 5th seed, we also just have to win the rest of our schedule.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so like we're either going to be matched up against the 49ers or the Vikings, and that's just tough, man. That's tough.
Yep.
Real tough. Oh. Anyway, did you still want to bring up that topic? You said we're out of the topics now officially.
Oh, okay. Yes. Wandale Robinson. I've been seeing this on Twitter. Shout out to BT Giants, Breaking Tackles Giants podcast, Antonio, and he's talking about it. And I've seen a lot of other. I think Talking Giants talked about it too. Wandale Robinson. Should we have taken Wandale Robinson? You got Antonio saying that comparing him to Andrew Thomas, which I need to deconstruct right now. And some people are saying that I'm fine with Wandale Robinson. Here's the thing.
I'm sorry. Every single time. They have a key, and they just don't use the key. Guess on my. They know when to stream, bro. It's like it's crazy.
But they know you're right there, so just like bring me in. But listen. It's okay to say like I have a soft spot for shorter players, all right? Because I just do. And I like Wandale Robinson a lot. But to be honest with you guys, if we're being completely honest, I think we would have benefited getting George Pickens, getting Alec Pierce, getting probably a better corner with that that 2nd round pick. I mean, there's so many options that we can get. I think was Roger McCreary taken before was he taken after or before Wandale Robinson? I don't know, but Roger McCreary I probably would have taken over Wandale at this point. But like we're talking about Wandale Robinson because he's out for the season, guys, and I'm seeing it all over Twitter. Not all over Twitter, but I'm seeing a lot of people talk about it. We should have taken George Pickens or Alec Pierce. That's just what we should have done. So and then listen, Antonio, my boy, bro. But you would want to hear this because we're AT guys. We're AT guys. Okay. Andrew Thomas. He said that we said the same thing about Andrew Thomas and that he compared Andrew Thomas where he was drafted, compared that to Wandale where he was drafted, and that you guys should have learned from when we drafted Andrew Thomas about Wandale Robinson.
Learned what about Wandale? I'm confused. Andrew Thomas was the best lineman in football for the entire year.
Yeah, speak it. Go ahead.
So was Wandale Robinson the best wide receiver in football?
Bro,
Did
I
miss
don't know.
something?
I'm waiting for a response. But I haven't gotten
What was your
one yet.
response to him?
Okay, here's what I said. Man. Oh, maybe I did get a response. I got 7 notifications here. Oh, he did respond. Okay. So he said the same people that are complaining about Wandale's pick are probably the same people that were calling Andrew Thomas a bust year 1. Y'all don't learn your lessons. And I said
There's
there were
no
just
way he said that we were calling Andrew Thomas a bust.
no, not us specifically. He just put it on Twitter in
Yeah.
general. And I had to chime in because I defend AT to the grave, and you ain't going to compare AT to Wandale Robinson. And I said there was just better options out there. You're comparing AT or where he was drafted to Wandale and where he was drafted. They're not in the same stratosphere at all. Wandale was a projected 3rd rounder. There were wide receivers and cornerbacks on the board that are balling right now that were more appropriate for that pick. And I said, trust me, I have a soft spot for smaller players, but he was just flat out overdrafted. It's not a knock on him, but we would be better off with Alec Pierce or George Pickens. I was hoping for them on draft day in the 2nd. And then he just said, and if next year he makes the Pro Bowl, then everyone is going to say, how did they miss on
Bookmark that tweet.
Wandale? You got to
Bookmark that
chill
tweet.
with these first year takes.
Bookmark.
You
Bookmark
you
it.
want to know when I'll tell you. I did. No, the what? Yo, Antonio, please tell me you're here right now, bro. I would love to. I know it's getting late, but we gotta talk about. Oh my God, he's riding Wandale right now, bro. What? He said Wandale's gonna make the Pro Bowl. Yeah, I'm bookmarking it, bro. Don't worry.
Bookmark it.
Gotta bookmark that.
The
What?
Knicks beat the Hawks. Let's go.
Oh yeah, the rivalry. The rivalry.
Trae Young only scored 19 points. What up?
Screw you, Trae Young. Isn't that crazy to say Trae Young only scored 19 points?
Yeah.
Oh
Listen,
man, but you guys heard it.
Yeah,
here
go
first.
ahead. Go ahead. Close it out. And I gotta close out the stream too.
Yeah, you guys heard it here first. But thank you guys for popping in the stream. We had a great discussion. We had a lot of takes that were spread around. We had a lot of, and you know what I like? I like when we all differ on our opinions, like me, you, the chat, and then we could all come to an agreement or all come like have a civil discussion. I don't like when we all agree on stuff. I like when there's some civil discourse. So yeah, this was a great stream, guys. Appreciate you guys popping in. And yeah,
Chat, as always, y'all make it better
kill these
than
Eagles.
y'all make it better than we could ever make it. Shout out to Durant, G-Man, DB from EP Island Boy. Scrolling all the way up, Ligma was in here, Nova was in here, Kashif, Griminator, Rob, Luan, Adam. I'm continuing to scroll. Tudo, how can I forget Tudo? Nikki was in here earlier as well. Deception was in here. Alex from Big Blue in the Bronx. Mike B, Yuvraj, and everybody else. Duran. I can't scroll back up anymore. Ash, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed. Still not sure. I know I apologize. We've been on and off, but we've both been busy. I'm not sure yet if I'll be able to do the stream with you on Sunday. I'll let you know, but I'm gonna be on vacay, so we'll see what happens. So if anything, see you guys definitely next week. But that's it for now, and we're out.